Hello, hello, Globies. Welcome, welcome. I am discussing a topic today that I think is actually pretty critical, and that is intense heat. In Southern California, we have been under an intense heat warning the last few days, and many parts of the country have also been under this intense heat warning. Now, I've seen a lot of people do videos on how to stay cool in your van when it's hot, and techniques to do, and little tips. But I'm going to be honest with you. When it gets to 90 degrees and into the triple digits, there is just no way to stay cool in a van, especially a dark colored van like mine, unless you are plugged in and you have a great air conditioning system. You've got to have all your windows covered, or you have a huge battery bank that can power your air conditioner. Now, let's face it, most people can't afford to be plugged in to a campground for days on end. The campground prices now are running about $40 a night and up. And most people don't have a huge battery bank, especially if they're in a minivan or something like that. So I decided, you know what? It's time for me to present some alternatives to trying to stay cool in your rig, which is really not possible unless, like I said, you have some of the amenities that I named earlier. So I'm going to share with you some of the things that I do to stay cool on really hot days, and those things, I do them out of my van. Now, most government entities have what are called cool zones, or places, they have different names for them, or a cooling center. Now, this is typically a public building where you're allowed to go in and stay during the heat of the day to cool down. And it's free. It's free to go in there, and they've set up some sites, some websites that you can go, and I know San Diego Gas and Electric has a site that you can go on. PG&E up north has a site. I think Southern California Edison has a site that you can go on, and it will show you the different cooling centers. Again, these are free. I'm going to share some of those with you today, and one of them is one of my favorite go-to places when it's really hot. And if I'm traveling and I'm staying somewhere for a couple days, so if I'm in my van and I'm driving and I've got the air on, it's not an issue as much. But if I'm going to be staying somewhere for a couple of days and it's blazing hot, I really have to find somewhere to be able to cool off. And again, I'm going to share some of the free places with you. I'm going to share some of the low-cost places with you. And then I'm going to share some place it's a little more expensive, but a lot of van lifers use it anyhow. So come on. And I'm going to start off with my very, very favorite place. Actually, this has been a type of place, I should say, that I have loved going to since I was a kid. So come on, now I'm going to share these things with you so you can stay cool outside of your van, which is really much more practical on these kind of days. Well, here you have it. My very, very, very favorite place to spend time on a very hot day. A public library. It's always air conditioned inside. You have friendly librarians helping you, and depending on the library, you may even have some amenities. Like this one has a cafe that you can order food at. It even has an art gallery over there. But let's go inside and I'll show you some of the other things that this library has, and many libraries have, that you can use while you're staying cool. Like most libraries, this one has a section where you can sit down and you can peruse through magazines. You can grab a comfortable seat. You can sit down in an air-conditioned setting and just sit here all day if you want. Read magazines, work on your computer, use the library's internet. This is really typical of a well-done library. If you need a little more space and you need somewhere to plug in, you have tables here where you can sit if you don't want to sit in the plush seats. There are copy machines, again, in an air-conditioned setting where you're out of the extreme heat. Like many libraries, this one has rooms that you can rent for free. You just have to reserve them in advance. And you can plug in, they have screens in it. Also, there are computers that you can use here if you get a library card, which is free. So you can see why this is one of my very favorite places to come in. And all the books I can sit down and read to my heart's delight. So this is one of my very favorite places, and it is considered a cool zone to come in to beat the heat. Here are just a few of the computers that are available for your use. Some libraries like this one even have outdoor spaces for you to relax in. Now, of course, in the heat of the day, you don't want to be out here, but as the sun sets, and if the library is open that late, as many are, you can come out and you can sit under a beautiful gazebo in this particular library. Another library that I love to go to, the outdoor setting, has a panoramic ocean view. So can you imagine? Right now, the sun is setting a little bit. There's a lot of tree cover and there's this gazebo, so it's really quite pleasant out here. So again, the library is one of, I think, the best cool zones ever to go to when you're trying to escape the heat. The second place you can get away from the heat is a community center or senior citizen center. Sometimes, like this one in Encinitas, the senior citizen center and the community center are all in one building, but oftentimes they're in different buildings. But either way, inside of them there's air conditioning, there's usually somewhere to sit. Like you see here, there's a place to sit. And most of them are considered cooling centers when you have really excessive heat. In this facility, like I said earlier, it's a combination community center and senior citizen center. So you've got places where you can come in and sit down and relax. Over to my side is a billiard room where you can play billiards, and that's only for seniors. But you're welcome to come in and relax. They say there's no charge. Also, they have lunch here every day, and it's $4, which is a suggested donation, but I was told that no one is turned away if you don't have the funds. There's also a pickle gym or basketball gym where they play pickleball. So this is just one of the options to escape the heat during the summer. Another place that you can go to cool off is at your gym. Inside your gym, there are often swimming pools, and you can come in and cool off at the swimming pool. Now, this is not an option that's open to everyone because everyone doesn't have a gym membership, but some people use gyms for the showers, and you can use your gym to come cool off, take a quick dip in the pool, and just relax. In fact, I'm coming in here to take a shower today, so you can come in and take a cold shower if you want to cool off, but this is an option too, a gym. Another place that you can go to is Panera. For $10.99 a month, you can get a free drink. I think it's every 2 hours. And I go in there all the time. I get drinks and I fill up my thermal mug with ice. So that's a great deal, and you can sit down, use the computer, use the bathroom, and just get away from the heat. So that's a good option if you belong to the Panera Club. It's an inexpensive way to keep cool. Another option along the lines of Panera is Mickey D's. I don't know of any clubs that they have that you can get drinks all day long for free, but you can get iced teas and you can get other sodas, large ones for $1. You can sit there, you can use their Wi-Fi, it's air conditioned, there's a bathroom. So this is an option to spend some time, you know, especially if you're a YouTuber, you can sit there and just relax. So I'd say Mickey D's is another option along the same lines of Panera. Well, the last place that I usually go to relax during the heat of the day, even though it's nighttime right now, I usually go to a mall. And I can sit there. They usually have a food court, somewhere where you can sit, nowhere where they'll bother you. You can sit down, you can even bring your own drink and sit there and relax and just take in the cool breeze. And that's my last hint for you. So if you have someplace that you go in the heat of the day to get away and escape, could you put it in the comments and let me know? Meanwhile, I think I'm going to go get another free drink at Panera on my Panera Club. So I'll see you all later. Talk to you next time. Bye-bye.